Can you talk a little bit about the effect that tattoos have on women's figure and women's physique judging?
Oh, sure. You know what? To be honest with you, it's kind of like a lot of other. If it's not a lot, it's not distracting at all. To be honest with you, I will say for me, I have a harder time when the athletes try to cover up the tattoos. Now again, if they cover most of your body, that might be a little bit different, because then it's hard. From the judging standpoint, it's not that, because most of the judges have tattoos themselves, they don't care. But the problem is it's hard sometimes to see the muscle, the depth of the muscle and the separation of the muscle, depending on where the tattoos are placed and stuff, especially if they cover like most of the back or most of the arms and stuff. But if you just, if it's a small tattoo, you have one on your shoulder, one on your back, it's better just to leave it. It's not gonna, I'm serious. Again, if the body's good, the tattoo is not gonna take take away from that. Does anybody else?
I think sometimes when you try to cover up the tattoo, it actually messes up your tan too. So you get a discoloration, and that kind of messes you up with judging, because you're looking at two tones of skin type or skin color. So I think you got to be careful with trying to cover them up as well.
Yeah. No, I think so too, because too, you have to remember lots of times when you do it and you're backstage, or you're in your hotel room and stuff, the contrast isn't so, but when you get under those bright lights upstairs on stage, right away you look up and you go, okay, this arm is totally different from the other arm, and you can see that he's got a makeup base, and they're trying, they're trying to cover, and you kind of go, as a judge, I've said this just a couple weeks ago, as a judge, and I just wish he would have left it off. I think he would have done better without it, you know what I mean? Because I know from a judging standpoint, I would have been able to see, see the body better.
It's great to have everybody here, and we really appreciate it. And since we have you here, I'm a future competitor down the line. I'm determined to compete one day, probably bodybuilding, but very close to being down 100 pounds, so I'm very excited. And
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't get much better than that.
It's great to have you guys here as motivation. And I heard, some of the competitors are first-time competitors. Do you have any words of wisdom or just anything you'd like to say to somebody wanting to go your route?
What's your name? Michelle. Hi, Tiffany. I actually started this whole journey when I was 140 pounds. And for my frame, that's obese. And I actually contacted Kim when I thought I was cool when I lost 8 pounds. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. But apparently it wasn't. I sent him pictures. He goes, whoa, we got a lot of work to do. I said, I first went into prep thinking there's no way I could be one of those girls. They're gorgeous, and I used to look up over, Amanda over here, my butt head now. No, I looked at everyone, I said, there's no way I can do it. There's absolutely no way. Even when I called Kim my first time, I said, I just want to try it. I want to even see if I can do the diet, and I want to see if I can even get there. So mentally is what you have to fight first. Once you get that down, then everything else starts to come. Because even now, I look back and I'm like, you know what, if I just took my head out of it and just let it naturally my body do its work and just take time, it takes time. I'm still working. It took me 2 years to really get to where I am today. And I believe someone had posted online, where you can see where I first started, because I'm not ashamed of it. I posted it online. I showed everybody where I started, and it was, when I was 135 pounds down to 105 on the Olympia stage. That still gives me the chills. To even, I just wanted to do a show. And, I did my first show, and I still didn't know what was going on. And then, I couldn't even believe, I looked at Kim, I'm like, well, what do I do now? Sacramento. So as soon as I came to Sacramento, I took my class, and it was the first show I'd ever won. And then I waited for nationals, which was 6 months later, and then I received my pro card. I mean, everything happened. You have a dream, you have a goal, do it. Because I am a strong believer that once you actually say that you can, like Kim had said earlier, because there is no can't, that's one thing he's instilled in me, is you can achieve everything and anything you want to. I went into the Olympia. I was just happy to be on that stage. They called me out second, third call outs. I'm like, did they call my number? You know, so I ended up making top 12. My goal was to even make it to the Olympia. Then alone, you know, a super goal was making top 15 and then making top 12. I sit back and I still get emotional. But just know it's possible. It is. So keep doing what you're doing, and I'm very happy for you, because at the end of the day, like, I really do thank him for all of it too, because I'm gonna cry.